If there's one place Kyle Maynard feels perfectly at home, it's on a wrestling mat. That's because he's been fighting to fit in his entire life. Kyle is a victim of a rare and somewhat mysterious birth defect known as amniotic banding.
In most cases, in 1 in every 2,000 kids, it happens in the case of losing a finger or a toe. In my case, it was all 4 limbs affected.
Making his situation even more difficult to understand is seeing him with his family, one that literally grew up around him.
I have 3 younger sisters, so they're all like beautiful girls, typical able-bodied. They're into different sports and things like that growing up, and now they're grown, college and all that beyond. So.
But don't feel sorry for this competitive athlete, businessman, and motivational speaker.
I could go and say, hey, I was born with arms and legs, that's the worst thing that ever happened to me, but to me, I see it as the greatest gift I've ever had.
Though he admits to having many dark days over the years, it's sharing his story that makes each coming day more and more worth living.
The essence of the message really just comes down to not making excuses. It's just kind of that, like, getting out of that mindset of being a victim and woe is me, everything's happening to me, and it's something that, try to go and teach people that it's, really, it's our choice as to how we look at things.
For Kyle, that means living life to its fullest. From enjoying everything Hawaii has to offer, to competing with one of the world's best wrestlers and former world MMA champion Egan Inoue.
And he's been a hero of mine for a while, and he's, it's incredible to me to be able to go and roll with somebody that, in jiu-jitsu we call it rolling, grappling with someone that is, world champion, world class. It's kind of gives me an opportunity to go and test where I'm at in my sort of journey through the sport.
For Inoue, who knows his best fighting days are behind him, he wasn't particularly keen on hitting the mat with some unknown entity. That is until he did a little background check.
I looked up all his high school wrestling. I watched all his favorite moves. I don't take someone like that lightly. He said something to me that really hit home that I thought was just like one of the most awesome things. He said that he's actually in an advantage, and I was like, how's that? He goes, because I get to practice with guys like you all the time. You don't get to practice guys like me.
Though he considers himself somewhat ordinary, Kyle has shared his inspirational message with everybody from Larry King to Oprah. But for him, it's not about the celebrity. It's about connecting with other ordinary people and hopefully making a difference.
Occasionally when I go and speak to kids, I'll get emails back from them saying that, hey, your message, literally saved my life, kept me from committing suicide. Things like, really powerful stuff. It's like, to me, that's where that reward comes into play.
And now, to be here, enjoying all the islands have to offer, but for Kyle, it's almost beyond words.
Hawaii's been amazing. It's exactly what I needed. Right now in my life, I set, big goals, but and in the quest to pursue those things, sometimes, it's like you lose sight of everything else around you, how to enjoy, just sort of like the, just what nature has to offer, and this is the perfect place to be able to go and reconnect with that.
He's exactly, what I always tell people. I said, and I always tell my kids stuff like that, that whatever you have, you got to make the best of it, and he's the perfect example.
Tell you, he is one amazing man, and when it comes to living life to its fullest, he is proof there are no limitations.